Alright boys, we're in for a long video, so let's do some Philip DeFranco stuff and let's just jump right into it. Alright, so the movie we're going to be talking about today is called No Escape. It's supposed to be like a thriller slash horror movie, and it stars this actor who up until a week ago I thought his name was Tobey Maguire, but if you're a super masculine guy like me, you actually recognize him from the show Pretty Little Liars, and his name is Keegan Allen, so it's not Tobey Maguire. But in this movie, they have some pretty awesome actors, like this guy who's from the Impaulsive podcast.
We are taking you to an escape room experience in Moscow.
This girl, who I have absolutely no clue who she is.
Aaron is here.
Hi, guys.
Or this girl, whose whole personality is that she sounds like she's from New York.
We out here.
Actually, Samantha wasn't supposed to be here because she's usually training for the X Games. Ouch.
Fuck you, okay?
Or this guy who's just a regular guy.
Today.
Oh. Room service, fire.
But anyways, the whole plot of the movie is that the main character, Cole, who is supposed to be the movie's version of David Dobrik.
Oh. You watched, commented, and told me what to do next. What up, kids? It's Cole.
He's supposed to be like a super famous YouTuber slash blogger, and you can tell he is by these super sick pranks that he pulls on his friends.
Ready?
Oh my god! The beginning of the movie is kind of slow, so we're gonna skip to the scene where the guy from Impaulsive tells Cole that he's got a pretty big birthday surprise for him. He tells Cole to get on a plane and he'll figure out what the surprise is when he gets there.
I know where we're going, but I have no idea what we're doing because they won't tell me. Dash! Evening!
But David Cole Dobrick gets very impatient, and halfway through the plane ride, he must know why he's on this plane.
I've been waiting, so you...
Listen, I'm not saying I wouldn't be curious, but you think you'd start asking questions before you got on the plane rather than like halfway through the flight. But I mean, the surprise has to be pretty good. I mean, it's not like you just fly somebody on a plane out to nothing, so there's no way that simply asking him what the surprise is gonna make him cave, right? No way. That's not gonna happen.
You can tell me, or...?
All right. So.
Oh, okay. That's exactly what happened. I'm not sure why this scene seemed to bother me so much, but you think if you planned out a whole entire birthday surprise to the point that your friend's getting on a plane, you think that it would take a little bit more than, come on guys,
Like, come on.
to get you to reveal what the surprise is. So guy from Impaulsive caves and tells Cole that he's taking him on this plane to take him to Russia because he has a very rich Russian friend named Alexei who's gonna take them to a bunch of bars, clubs, and show them around town.
I have a buddy in Moscow named Alexei. This guy is next level loaded. And when I told him you're coming, he watches ERL, loves you, bro. He wants to take us everywhere. I'm talking the best clubs, the best restaurants. And when I mean the best, this guy's so rich that everything he does is legitimately the best.
Clubs and restaurants, but like, what are we actually...
I don't know if it's just me, but if my friend took me on a plane and told me that he's taking me to Russia and he has some super rich friend that's gonna show me around town, I wouldn't assume there's any more to this surprise. But see, Cole's not impressed by just going to Russia. I mean, he's a YouTuber. Of course he's used to the absolute best. But Cole's not very impressed and he's suspicious there's a lot more to this trip than he's saying. Guy from Impaulsive tells Cole that this friend Alexei runs a very elaborate escape room.
We are taking you to an escape room experience in Moscow.
Seriously?
Again, Cole is not impressed.
Yeah. We're flying all the way to Russia to go to an escape room? I've been to escape rooms, man. Come on.
No, yeah.
Dude, I can't vlog an escape room. What are you, nuts?
I get it.
Could you imagine you fly your friend out to Russia, set up this amazing plan, and then you tell him what the plan is, and he just goes, that's it? We're just going to Russia? Wait, we're just doing an escape room? I've seen escape rooms before, dude. You should have planned something better. This trip sucks.
I can't vlog an escape room. What are you, nuts?
I get it.
I mean, is he even able to vlog it? Like, if you can't vlog it, don't even go. But he tells him that this escape room is different. This escape room is custom made specifically for Cole.
It's custom made. It's scary as hell. And that means it's perfect for you.
But once Cole finds out this escape room is custom made for him, he starts getting his camera out because he's getting pretty excited.
All right, say that one more time. You're taking me to an escape room?
They're letting us tie into their cameras, which means you guys are gonna be able to see it.
Listen, I understand I'm reading way too deep into this movie, but Jesus Christ, I don't know who this man is, but he's been on live for about 10 seconds and he literally already has 22,000 people watching. And it just keeps skyrocketing. Like, look at this. What's going on right now? Like, I don't think Kim Kardashian, Ariana Grande, and David Dobrik combined pull 22,000 people within 10 seconds of opening up a live on Instagram. I mean, but obviously Cole is much more creative and talented than any of those people, because have you seen his vlogs? They're amazing.
This gonna be lit. Peace out, kids.
Anyways, Cole's friend Thomas randomly chimes in to let everyone know that since we're going to Russia, they don't have the same rules that the United States has.
Oh, and they don't have the same rules we do, so...
Exactly,
you know
which
To a normal person, you would be like, what does that mean? Am I about to die? Someone answer my questions? No, that didn't raise any red flags. Let's just keep going. Cole asks his friend from Impaulsive, how does he even know this guy Alexei? And his response is, his dad is in politics or something.
How do you know this Alexei guy?
his dad is in some politics or some shit. I don't really know. But
And Cole moves along as if that's like a satisfactory answer. Like, what does that mean? Is he in politics? Or what is or something? Yes or no? Like, imagine you wanted to go to a doctor and you asked your friend, like, how is the doctor? And he just responded with, his dad's a priest or something. Anyways, they finally land in Moscow, Russia, and we finally meet Alexei, our stereotypical Russian villain.
Братан, воу. Слушай, это мои друзья из Америки. Окей, у нас не будет никакие проблемы здесь. Ты понял меня?
Like, up until this point, I didn't really think the movie was that flawed, but then all of a sudden this scene happens.
Everyone, this is Victoria.
Hello, everyone.
What just happened? What? Is this a thing that only happens in Russia? You just introduce people and then you openly just start making out in front of people? Alexei drives all of them to his mansion, and Cole is very excited to be at this mansion, and you can tell he's excited because he does this cool little finger whip thing. For the next 20 minutes, we get this pointless montage of them drinking, partying, and it's literally only there just so you can watch the movie and go, I hope these people don't get brutally murdered in the next 25 minutes. I hope that doesn't happen. So now we're getting to the good part, and Alexei brings them to the escape room and he says this.
Okay, now, remember, as real as everything might seem, okay, you're safe.
A little bit dramatic, but hey, you know, set the ambiance, you know? So now David Cole Dobrik starts vlogging again, and you can tell he's getting more into it because he hits the Logan and Jake Paul dab to prove that he's a real blogger.
Place you can get this content. That's right.
Skipping ahead, Alexei gives a rundown of the place, and he makes it seem super welcoming, you know?
Being held in the Bolshevik prison. This is a facility where enemies of the state were tortured, questioned, and killed.
So Cole is separated from his friends and put into a room with literally just a naked man who has an X on his chest.
This is crazy.
He goes through the other door and talks to his friends that are through the other bars. And then he goes back over to the naked guy and he looks at the camera and asks if this is real.
Is this guy real?
Listen, I understand he said this whole thing is gonna look very realistic. That's a real guy. That's clearly a real guy. What does he think this is? Just a really realistic mannequin? Like, this is clearly a real person. Listen, I understand I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but it would have probably taken me 2 to 3 days to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing in this room. But you see, Cole is very experienced, and within 10 seconds, just starts cutting this man open.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
Doesn't even seem to bat an eye. It almost looks like he enjoys it, actually. Even if I knew I had to cut this guy open, that probably would have taken me a few hours to gain my composure. Don't understand how he just did it. He even starts taking out this guy's organs and starts making jokes to the guy while he's cutting him open.
Don't worry, man, it's weird for me too.
Finally through this first door, and each one of his friends are behind a different jail cell, each in a completely different contraption that could potentially kill them. Thomas is first up because he starts feeling pain immediately after walking through the door. But see, Cole still thinks this is a game, so he's making puns the whole entire time.
Just stay right there. Don't move.
okay, we can't go anywhere, but yeah.
Hang tight.
Cole! To arrange these wheels in a certain way, and he's moving super slow because he doesn't think this is actually going to do anything to his friend. Coincidentally, when the nail is about a fraction of a centimeter away from hitting his friend's eye, he solves the puzzle. Was it a coincidence? Was it skill? It was both, because it's Cole David dobrick, cold burp. So next up is the New Yorker girl Sam. She's strapped into an electric chair that can only be solved by doing a maze where every single time they touch the edge of the machine, it shocks her. But see, the friends still think this is a joke, so they purposely keep shocking her because that's hilarious.
Easy. This is crazy. Stop.
But Thomas is getting suspicious because she looks like she's actually in pain. So Impulsive goes up to her and asks a girl who's wearing a muzzle on her face if she's in pain.
Samantha, is this hurting you?
How would she respond to you? So now they start panicking and actually trying to solve the puzzle, and they shock her about 500 more times, and she finally gets free.
That shit wasn't right, man.
Also, I'm no scientist, but after you get shocked, doesn't your hair get like super frizzy or something? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. She looks fine. She doesn't look like she was in that much pain. I would be questioning her a little bit. Now everyone's panicking because they want to leave, and now nobody is responding to them.
The game that's supposed to be
Fuck
fun.
that code. This shit don't feel like no game no more, man.
Look, why is nobody answering us?
No. Alexi, hello!
Guys!
So now the last girl, Erin, is in a tank that's slowly filling with water, and she's holding a key. Now, I know Erin can't hear them because she's inside of this tank, but wouldn't you question when you got put into a tank, like, how would you get out in case something went wrong? Or why is she not stuffing the tube with the water coming out with her clothes? Like, so she could, I don't know, not drown. She's just letting it fill up. I understand they told her it's a game and it hasn't registered to her that she probably will drown. Like, these are questions I would want before I enter a tank, you know? So in order to get her out, they go to the next puzzle, and it's literally 2 giant jugs of water with the number 3L and 5L put on the front of it. Now, I don't know about you, but there is no way I would ever be able to solve this puzzle. I'm sorry, Erin, but you would be drowning for a very long time because I have no clue what that means. Not only do they solve this puzzle in like literally 2 minutes, but the guy just like figures it out. He's just like, you guys don't remember this? This is from like 8th grade. Don't you remember like science class? And then he just does it.
5L.
Well, it's like that thing from Die Hard. I mean, and we also did it in school once too.
What?
Come on, man, we used to love that movie. It's an old puzzle.
But let's just get her out of there, okay? Let's solve it and get her out
All
of
right. Okay, I got this, guys.
Why not go to the right school or something? Because you would have been dead. So they somehow solved this puzzle, and you'd think the water would stop and she would get out of the trap because that's how it worked for literally everybody else. No, this just opens the door for her. How does that help me at all? So Cole starts panicking, and literally the only way to get her out was to use one of the giant wheels and break the thing open. And they save her from drowning at the last minute. I don't know about you, but Cole is one of the most clutch people I've ever seen. Somebody sign him to the NBA because he has 2 buzzer beaters in a row. So they get the key from Erin and they go to the next room. And everyone's freaking out because they all think they're about to die. And Thomas chooses to acknowledge how there's blood on the wall.
There's blood on the wall.
What? Oh, fuck.
Cole. What do we do? What do we do?
Like, why is this the thing that stands out? Like, your friend literally just cut open a human being. You're choosing to acknowledge blood on the wall. Like, at least that could have been fake. Like, he literally cut open a person 10 seconds ago. That seems a little bit more traumatic.
I don't know.
And the door's locked.
This won't open either.
Ah, yes, the steel door is locked. So let me lightly lunge at it. That should probably open the door. Cole gets the idea to break the lock open, and I don't know why, but literally everyone starts screaming at Cole like he's murdering somebody.
Just take him back. Go away.
Dude, what the fuck?
We're getting out of here now.
Like, didn't you guys want to leave? He's trying to leave. Why are you yelling at him? What's going on? So they break out the door, and out there waiting for them is a bunch of scary Russian men pointing guns at them. And Alexi's girlfriend is on the floor with a gun to her head. And listen, I don't know about you guys, but if I was under the impression that I'm currently in an escape room where they're trying to torture me, I wouldn't be very intimidated from weapons. My friend almost had a casket closed on his eye sockets. You think I'm scared that you're gonna shoot me in the back? I'm gonna take my chances with the gun and run. They shoot Alexi's girlfriend for like no reason. I literally have no idea why they did that.
Put a shot.
I guess it was to just like intimidate them. Look, we kill people. Like, I think they got the gist of it. They're inside of a torture chamber. You cut open a human being. We understand. Literally no one chooses to run, and they all get transported to the next torture chamber. So after Cole has a tremendous effort trying to break free, We have the typical Russian villain who comes in like every single movie starring a Russian villain who gives the exact same monologue for every single time they're torturing people.
Fucking Americans.
Mistake.
You think you're so safe?
Misunderstanding.
Oh, Americans are gross. You guys are so happy. Like, no, nobody, what? Nobody says that. They don't care that we're, what? Am I missing something? Russian people. I'm sorry. Also, the next scene, we get this Russian guy explaining what it's like to see someone get shot in the head.
A man is shot in the head. There is so much blood. Nothing can prepare you for it.
And Cole doesn't chime in to say, I know what it's like to see someone get shot in the head. I literally just saw it like 10 seconds ago. You don't need to describe it to me. So the Russian guy explains that he's got a live broadcast where people are paying him to torture celebrities and his friends. He makes a lot of money from it, and I guess that's the most like reasonable explanation I could have probably gotten from this. They throw him into a cell and tape his mouth shut, which was literally pointless because he just takes it off the moment he gets into the cell. Like, what was the point of that at all? Like, that was so pointless. So aren't they in like an underground cell? Why are you trying to tape their mouth shut? Nobody can hear them. Like, they've been screaming this whole time. Handcuff Cole with steel handcuffs and wrap it twice with chains, and all of a sudden the TV turns on, and it's in crystal clear streaming quality where we see the New Yorker Sam sitting in the torture chair. But I don't know about you, but Sam doesn't go out without a fight. She has to show that New York attitude of hers before she gets tortured.
I promise you, let me out here, I'm gonna fuck you up, man.
Oh, sassy one we got over here. Can you imagine being tied into a chair around multiple torture devices? You're in the chair like talking trash to the guy? But what is wrong with, nobody would do that. Everyone would be silent and crying and peeing their pants just like me. He starts the process of killing Sam. For a guy who seems to be streaming this for his audience who's paying him a lot of money to watch, he stands in front of the camera every single time he starts to kill somebody. Like, wasn't the whole point so they can watch? So after seeing this, Cole springs into action because he's starting to realize, I think these guys might be bad guys. According to the Russian guy, Cole was like the main prize. They were gonna pay the most for him because he's the most famous and everyone wants to watch him die.
Know how much they pay to watch people like you get torn apart, piece by piece.
So you think they would be monitoring him like extra hard, maybe have a guard outside. They seem to have a lot of cameras, maybe have a camera in his cell. Nope, he's able to break out of the chains by slamming them pretty easily against his bedpost and then climb up a vent, and he starts escaping. Maybe it's just me, but if I just saw a live stream of my friend get decapitated and I had the chance to get into a vent and potentially run free, maybe call for some help, I would run so fast, like really, really fast. It would be genuinely impressive. See, I'm not a hero like Cole. Cole, he climbed through the vent and halfway through he stops to watch his friend from Impaulsive get his arms cut off and just watch that.
Still alive?
Why wouldn't you want to see that? And if that's not enough to blow his cover, when his friend finally gets his head cut off, he grabs the vent. Like this is an episode of Titanic. The two goons and the Russian guy sees him and they start chasing after him, and it becomes like Scooby-Doo where everyone's running into a room and then he's in a different room, and what is this? So after this exhilarating chase, Cole arrives at a door that has a code on it. And you're probably thinking there's no way he's gonna get this on the first try. I mean, this is a code. There's no way he found a piece of paper that's in his pocket and he's gonna whip it out and it's gonna be the code on the paper. That's exactly what happened. That's what he does. The first try, he gets the code. He gets out and he's almost free. And like a normal person, you'd probably sprint and never stop running. You just saw two of your friends have one of the most excruciating deaths humanly possible, but not Cole. He sits there and starts arguing with the limo driver about where he is.
Glad you found me.
What the fuck is this?
No, please, no. I have been trying to help you.
Help me, you're the fucking driver. What is this? You people are...
The limo driver tries to warn him and says, they're coming for you. And Cole responds with, who? Who's coming for me?
Oh, they're coming.
Who's coming?
They are coming.
Who do you think? The guys that want to kill you. Those guys. It's not a ghost. This isn't a ghost movie. Do you forget why he's running? Is he confused? There are people chasing you who want to kill you. Remember? So the two goons come outside while Cole hides behind the limo. They start talking to the limo driver in Russian, and I have no idea what they say, but within like 3 seconds, they just punch the limo driver in the stomach and drag him inside.
Что это?
Ничего такого. У меня плохая память.
Again, I don't speak Russian, but I don't know what they could have possibly said in that sentence to make what just happened made sense. Clearly don't know where Cole is, because otherwise they would have went behind the limo and found him if they had some sort of cameras. So I assume they came out and asked the limo driver, have you seen him? And he responded with no. And they just punch him in the stomach and bring him inside. Like, you guys are the ones who lost him. Why are you mad at the limo driver? Cole sits in the limo and he's about to finally make it out of there, and maybe he could call some help. His friends will be okay. Selfless David Dobrik, Cole, he can't ditch his friends like that, so he does the only logical thing and sneaks back inside the place he literally just escaped. So he makes it back inside and gets his friend Thomas. And after more Scooby-Doo-like chases, and this scene which sounds like a cutscene from Call of Duty campaign mode, they make it up to a vent by an elevator shaft, and they don't know what to do because the elevator is completely empty. And this is an important thing that I noticed. This whole movie, there's only been 2 goons, the whole movie. Throughout this whole entire building, there's only been 3 people. The evil Russian guy and these 2 giant goons, right? Remember that. So they're trying to figure out what to do with this elevator when all of a sudden one of the goons appears behind them. Seems like they're pretty much screwed. What do you think he's gonna do? Is he gonna call for backup? Is he just gonna wait there and guard until maybe somebody else could help him? No, he does the only logical thing. He starts shooting at them while fully charging at them and misses all of his shots, therefore tackling his friend down the elevator shaft and killing the both of them. So much bothered me with this scene. For one, why did he try to shoot them? Wasn't the whole entire point of capturing everybody was to torture them and then live stream it, and that's how he makes his money? Why would you try and shoot them in the first place? Now everything's ruined. 2, how did he miss all of those shots? He's 10 feet away from them, and there's 2 of them. Number 3, why did he think it was a good idea to charge at somebody and tackle them down an empty elevator shaft? Now both of them are dead. This scene literally made 0 sense. Anyway, since they both fell down the elevator, they're both dead, right? They're both dead because they both fell down the elevator. At least we know Thomas is for sure dead. The goon should be dead too. He also fell down the elevator. No problem there. It's not like this is gonna come up later in the video. Oh yeah, and also the goon dropped his revolver conveniently, but it's not loaded because he missed all 500 of his shots from 10 feet away. So after Cole sneaks around for the 600th time this movie, we see that the girlfriend Erin is being carried into the torture room with 2 goons. One of them just died. Where did this second or third goon just come from? There have been 2 of them the whole movie, and now there's still 2. There's still 2. Like, where did this goon come from? Did he just get hired? Are they taking applications? I need a job, is what I'm saying. That's the point of this sentence. Anyways, Cole confronts the Russian guy mid-torture, and that's against torture etiquette. That's just kind of rude. You don't interrupt mid-torture. But for some reason, the 2 goons are not in the room for this torture, even though for literally every other torture, they were in the room the whole entire time. But this one, conveniently, the goons are not there. They're not there. It's just the one guy. This Russian guy was literally just cutting this girl's ear off, and now he's threatening to shoot her. Again, I don't know if I'm just different. After seeing my friends get decapitated, their arms cut off, I don't think that putting a gun to my friend's head is gonna really faze me. Because to be honest, I think that would put her out of her misery because she seems pretty screwed. I don't see how she's gonna get out of this. I would probably beg him to pull the trigger.
Go.
My man will come rushing through the door in a second.
So now we have this amazing scene where, keep in mind, Cole's gun is still not loaded yet. So the evil Russian guy says to Cole, "Do you think you're fast enough?"
You think you're fast enough?
I don't know if he was talking about the ability to shoot him and not shoot the girl, or did the guy know that his gun had no ammo in it? Because if he did, then why is he scared? Why is he doing all of this? But right when you think it is over, we get the worst scene from the movie. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. The girl lightly leans back in her chair, and this disorients the Russian guy so much that he is able to load 5 rounds into the revolver, shoot the guy in the shoulder, and you would think he would continue shooting. He loaded 5 rounds into the revolver. You think he would just continuously shoot. I don't know why he stopped. But the evil Russian guy was able to literally walk back up to the girl in slow motion, slowly put the weapon to her head and pull the trigger, and all Cole had to say was don't. Like, please, just watch the scene. Look at this scene. It's horrific.
Wait!
What did you think was gonna happen? Why did you only shoot him once? I have way too many questions. I'm way too invested in this absolutely implausible movie. So after this happens, the 2 goons suddenly appear because I guess they heard the commotion, and they throw him into a room and they go chase him, but Cole puts his back against the door. 160-pound Cole was able to put his back against the door to prevent these 2 ginormous goons from just pushing the door open. Is Cole superhuman? Are these goons just the weakest human beings I have ever met? I don't know which one it is. Finally, we're towards the end of the movie and Cole sees the last vent that he finally crawls through, and he appears in a dark room. And to be honest, I really can't put into words how bad this ending was, so I'll just show you. This is horrific.
How does it feel to lose everything, huh? Come on.
Hey, go, please! Fuck you! Let me explain! I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you! Oh, fucking piece of shit! Who trusted you, you motherfucker?
Okay, so pretty reasonable. You see this guy, Alexei, who is pretty much responsible for all of your friends getting tortured and killed. You know, I would be pretty angry. The reaction seems pretty logical. I actually, you know, I don't have any issues with this. Oh, wait, there's more? There's more to this? Okay, let's watch.
So in 3 months, my friends and I are going to be doing something special. They promised me it's going to be amazing. Every experience is tailored to the player.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a prank. This movie is just one giant version of It Was a Prank.
Prank! It's a prank! That's it! It's a prank, bro!
Listen, I understand this movie wasn't the best prior to this ending, but with their logic, if this really was just a prank, then now the whole movie literally makes 0 sense. Any potential for this to make sense now makes absolutely no sense because nothing was real. So how did so many of these things happen? And before anyone who watches this movie tries to pin that they played a few clips explaining very vaguely how these people survived some of the things they went through, show a clip of the girl getting like an oxygen inhaler and that's why she was able to survive underwater. But like, how would they know he was going to be able to solve any of these puzzles? What if they all died in the beginning? What if he panicked and just stood there and watched the girl drown and she was never able to put the inhaler in her mouth? She would have just drowned. Or he would have saw her grab the oxygen thing and figured out that this wasn't real. What if he got it wrong from the start and just didn't cut the guy open? This whole thing wouldn't have happened. And they never describe how the guy's arms got cut off or anything. They just show him smiling that he was okay. That doesn't describe anything. And the biggest problem I have is that when everybody comes out, they're all shocked because Alexei has been brutally beaten to death. But like, let's be real. If you've ever watched a prank video, the best part of the video is the reaction. You're telling me that they didn't have one camera to get his reaction when he came outside of this vent. You're telling me not one person said maybe we should have some extra security because we did just pretty much put this guy through a life-changing event. He might be a little bit irrational and violent. Maybe we should have some extra security out there. Literally, if you go on a show like Dr. Phil, they have like 50 security guards within that area because they know people get very emotional and there's a possibility they could probably try to fight the person on the show. You're telling me not one person thought that after showing this man his friends getting tortured for over like 3 hours, that you thought he was gonna have like a gentle reaction when he saw the guy responsible for it? I know this answered some of my questions, like why the guy was covering the camera whenever he did anything. I guess that kind of explains that. Everything else, literally now it makes makes no sense. How did they know he wasn't going to shoot him more than once? How did they know he was going to come back for his friends, therefore being able to tackle his friends down the elevator? I understand it's just a movie, but like, make it make sense. Didn't see the ending coming, to be honest. LOL. If I ended this movie with a unicorn throwing up on a baby, that doesn't make the movie good just because you didn't see it coming. Like the movie, the ending wasn't predictable. I just wouldn't want my friends doing that to me. Yeah, don't worry, I think you're safe. I don't think any of your friends are going to be flying you out to Russia to go to an escape room in which they will pretend to be tortured and you'll end up beating somebody to death. I just don't think that's going to happen. This whole movie just doesn't make any sense. On a positive note, the guy from Impulsive, he seemed very excited that he was on the movie and that it hit #1. So I'll give credit that the acting wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
It was #1. It's still #1 right now. Wow. Yeah, it was. I think it was. I don't know. I have no idea how it just came overnight. I started getting texts, and then a lot of people started tweeting at me.
The movie made no sense, but that's really out of his hands. Anyways, that's gonna wrap the video up. This was my first movie review, so if you liked the video, make sure you like the video. If you didn't like the video, make sure you fly me out to Russia, get tortured in front of me, making me beat everyone to death, and I go to prison because you are horrible friends. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.